Hi everyone. We're going to talk about the differences between simultaneous and sequential ICP instruments. So in a simultaneous instrument, you typically have an array transducer. Ours has that charge coupled device. And remember, the advantage of an array transducer is that it detects multiple wavelengths at once, making it faster and more expensive. In a sequential instrument, you don't have an array transducer. You probably have a PMT, meaning that it only detects one wavelength at a time, making it a little bit slower, but more affordable. Again, our instrument is a simultaneous system because it's got this charge couple device. So just to review, all of your emitted radiation bounces off of these mirrors, enters the monochromator, strikes this collimating mirror, strikes this diffraction grating and a prism where the radiation is finally separated. This collimating mirror focuses all of that radiation onto our charge couple device. So yes, all of those different wavelengths, whether it's the emission wavelength for lead, copper, or cadmium, do get detected at once. But you don't really need an array transducer to do this. If you get rid of your array transducer and instead put an exit slit for a monochromator there, and maybe under these circumstances only this red wavelength is leaving the monochromator, you could have a PMT, a photomultiplier tube there, detecting one wavelength at a time, and that's what happens in a sequential ICP. So maybe this red wavelength is the wavelength for copper emission. You have the grating rotated such that only that wavelength leaves the monochromator. You measure that wavelength for about 10 seconds, and then you rotate the grating, and maybe that will allow blue radiation to leave. You measure that for 10 seconds, you rotate the grating a little bit more, and that allows a different wavelength to leave the monochromator, and so on. So I just wanted to emphasize that you don't need a charge couple device to do so-called simultaneous multi-element analysis. It can be done with a PMT. It'll just take a little bit longer because you have to make your measurement, rotate the grating, make your measurement, rotate the grating. It's still better than using a separate hollow cathode lamp for each element and only being able to analyze one element at a time, which is how you would do it in Flame AA. So that's all for this video. Thanks for listening.